Rebellion is a large part of who I am. It's a large part of my personality. And I think that comes from a strong sense of rebellion in hip-hop culture. Because in Europe, people started looking at what was going on the trains here in New York, on the subway, the art on the streets. They were looking at it much more progressively. While here in the United States, the more conservative side was always looking at it like garbage. So we had to fight against that image. And so that part of the rebellion has always informed my art in one way or another. Even if it's not literal in my art, it comes across the gesture. It comes across as an energy. I was always into drawing, and by the time that I was 9 years old, I was introduced into hip-hop culture, and I fell in love with it. I became addicted to the lifestyle of it. So there was the dancing, and there was the writing on the wall, and the hanging out, and the music, everything that was like melting into the lifestyle of the culture of 1983, 1984, Miami, Florida. The calligraphy in my work is born via the writers, you know, and when I say writers, is part of like the culture that later become known as graffiti art. When we would run across each other at a park or at a bus stop or whatever, you know, you could tell who was a writer. They had paint on their fingertips, or, you know, the shoes they were wearing. There was a style that was really low key, but you could tell. So you would approach each other and say, you know, what do you write? We would invite each other to make art by saying, let's go and paint. Something that was created by kids that was helping us to survive within a city structure. That was an effort we used to go against the grain, you know, to go against what society had given to us. In a lot of ways, it didn't only influence me, it saved me. You know, older artists that had been through what I had been through before were telling me things and giving me information that no teacher at school could give me, no professor could give me, you know. So there was a cushion there. There was a place to land. I've developed a language of my own. One of the hardest things for a painter, or I think any kind of visual artist, is to reach a place where you have a language that belongs to you, that people can identify within your painting, within your artwork, you know. I established the style. The style is reminiscent of a lot of my past, and also the relations to the culture of the streets. From walking in neighborhoods to being at like nightclubs, experiencing new music that's coming out, all of the culmination of what it means to be within the urban structure, you know. I think that now my art has represented that for a while in a strong way and in an abstract way. What I would like to do now is branch out into being able to speak more directly, and you'll see that the language will be something that can become more legible. At the same time, I want to experience some of my work three-dimensionally. Working on larger scale works make me feel, you know, freer with my strokes and gestural mark making, so I'm, you know, enjoying working larger, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's something that grows all the time in the studio.